They call themselves First Amendment auditors, and sometimes these encounters are confrontational.
Is it a constitutional right, or is it baiting law enforcement?
Let me see some ID.
No, thank you, sir.
Come on, let's go.
Go where?
I don't know.
Where are we
Whatever
going?
you said.
You gotta leave.
This is public property. I'm not
gotta
leaving.
leave. You gotta leave.
You just committed a batter.
Good.
Good?
Arrest me.
Welcome back to the LackLuster channel. Today's story was submitted by Dan from Auditing Erie County on June 24th of 2022. Dan traveled to the Wyoming County Sheriff's Office in New York to film the public facility and to file a Freedom of Information Law request with the county clerk. Upon his arrival, Dan signed in as requested by Deputy Sage and explained why he was recording.
You doing county clerk's office.
County clerks?
Yeah.
Just can you sign in for me?
Yeah, sure. What time we got? 2 o'clock. We'll go to county clerk's information.
You going everywhere?
Yeah, we're checking it out.
Okay. What are you recording? What are you recording?
The county building.
Why?
I'm a journalist working on a story on the building and just taking a couple of video of the place and going to the clerks, filing some full requests, and be on my way.
Okay.
Dan has a DBA under the name Auditing Erie County and has signed in as Dan Erie County, showing who he is and his business name. Deputy Sage's acknowledgement of Dan's intentions should have been the end of this interaction, but as he walked through the halls, he was quickly stopped and his ID was demanded of him.
Hey, Dan. Come here. Let me see some ID.
No, thank you, sir.
Your last name's Erie County?
That's what I signed in as. I'm Erie County.
Your name, or you can leave.
No, thank you, sir.
Yes, that's the rule.
There's a violation of the Fourth Amendment to violate the Fourth Amendment.
You have to sign in. You have to use your
I
correct
did
name.
sign in.
Your last name is not Erie County. And show me your ID.
I'm here working as Erie County.
If your last name is Erie County, then you could stay. Come on, let's go.
I'm not leaving this. That's ridiculous. It would be a Fourth Amendment violation to ID me to come into a public building.
We'll go see my sheriff because that's his rules. So let's go. We got to go to the sheriff's office.
Tell him to come down here.
You're coming with me.
What did I do
You're
wrong?
coming with me.
Why am I coming with you?
Because I asked you to sign in. You didn't sign in.
I did sign in.
Your name is not Dan Erie County.
Sure it is. I'm here as Dan Erie County.
You
can't prove that I'm not. You can't prove that I'm not.
Then let me see your ID.
You have no right to get my ID. You don't have a crime. You can't demand ID unless somebody commits a crime in this country. That's a Fourth Amendment violation.
I can ask you for your ID.
Oh, well, thanks for asking. No, thank you, though.
No, you're leaving.
I'm not leaving.
You're leaving.
Are you a sheriff?
Yes, I am.
Or are you a security working here?
I'm a sheriff.
What's your badge number?
Come on.
Is your camera on?
It is not. Let's go.
You turn your camera on.
Come on, let's go.
Go where?
I don't know.
Where are we
Whatever
going?
he said. Let's go.
Just because he said something, he doesn't have a lawful order of any sort to give me a lawful command at all.
You're not allowed in the building.
I'm allowed in the building.
I need him to sign his real name.
I did sign in the
Dan
building.
Erie County. Come on, let's go.
I'm here as Dan Erie County. I'm not leaving. You get a supervisor down here. You don't get to get somebody's ID unless they commit a crime. You can't just demand ID.
I'm asking for your ID.
Well,
I'm
respectfully, I'm going to decline giving you ID because I have not committed a crime. I don't have to leave. This is public property.
You got to leave.
This is public property. I'm not leaving.
You got to leave.
The only way I'm leaving if you threaten to arrest me, all right? Under threat of arrest, I will leave, and you will violate the First Amendment and the Fourth Amendment. I'm standing right where I was standing. You approached me, man.
Let's go.
If this is uncomfortable space for you, you can always back up.
Let's go.
You can too.
Just so you guys can see how close I am. I'm literally just as close to my face as he is to this camera, giving me a...
Come on.
You don't have a lawful command. Do you understand that? Get a supervisor.
Let's get out.
Get a supervisor.
Go sign in.
I did sign in.
You did not.
I did. Show me the law that says I have to sign in a public building and in public space. That is a Fourth Amendment violation of the Constitution. Don't you understand that? Did you not, as a sheriff, swear an oath to the Constitution to uphold the Constitution? You can't ID somebody. That's the kind of shit we're talking about. This guy is a sheriff. He says he's a sheriff. He's got a badge over here, but he doesn't have no idea what the Constitution, the Fourth Amendment is.
Aside from instances of police brutality and misconduct of sworn officers, one of the biggest issues with law enforcement in the United States is their lack of education regarding the constitutional limitations of their authority. The main question here is, can the government require you to forfeit your Fourth Amendment rights when seeking public services? Currently, there is no law requiring one to identify themselves when entering a public space. They can certainly ask, but refusing service because you say no is a clear violation of your rights. In the Supreme Court case of Katz v. United States, the courts found that what a person knowingly exposes to the public, even in his home or office, is not a subject of Fourth Amendment protections. But what he seeks to preserve as private, even in an area accessible to the public, may be constitutionally protected. Furthermore, it would be unreasonable to demand ID to enjoy the services you've been forced to pay for, simply because not everyone has an ID. Creating a law that requires you to show your papers to enter would be unconstitutional. But instead of protecting Dan's rights and welcoming him into his building, the deputies try to physically push him out, knowing that they're above the law.
We don't have time to do what you're doing. Let's
go.
go.
I'm not doing anything.
Let's
Do
go.
not
Let's
touch
go.
me. Do not touch me.
Let's go.
I'm not going anywhere till you get a supervisor down here. Get your hands off me, man.
No, let's
Get
go.
your cameras on. Get
Let's
your
go.
cameras on. I'm a free citizen. You don't have a right to do this.
Let's go.
You're gonna regret this.
Good.
Get a supervisor down here.
Let's go.
I'm in a public building. They have no lawful order. I've broke no law. You have no authority over a free moving citizen whatsoever. You have no authority to put your hands on somebody. You just committed a batter.
Good.
Good?
Arrest me.
Yeah, we know there's no accountability for the Blue Line Gang.
Let's go.
The only place I'm going is out of here in handcuffs because you guys have no lawful authority to trespass me from this building without committing a crime. I did sign into your sheet.
Not the right way.
Yeah, well, you can't prove that it's not the right
Why
way.
can't you just be reasonable here?
Why can't you be reasonable?
We are.
You
we're
put your
doing our
hands on
job.
me.
That's right, I did.
You
We
put your
are
hands on
doing
me.
Our job.
It is not your job to ID people illegally.
My job.
Did you
is
swear an oath
sit
to the
out
Constitution?
there, And I did.
To uphold the Constitution.
That's right.
So my Fourth Amendment violation, you have no authority to ID me. Where's your supervisor? Someone who knows the law, because you guys are so ignorant of the law.
I'm getting a supervisor over here just for you, sir.
You guys are so
Can I see
ignorant of
your
the law.
ID?
You are not going to see my ID. I'm not giving up ID unless
asked you to
What
sign
crime?
in.
What crime do you suspect me
Well,
of?
you lied. 'Cause
What
your last
crime
name
did
is
you
not Erie
suspect me
County.
of? How do you know I'm not here working as Erie County?
I didn't.
What if
ask
that's a
who you're
DBA?
working for.
What if that's a
I'm
DBA?
looking for your name.
That's an official DBA, and I'm here under the
Sign-in
freedom of the
sheet,
press.
The sign-in sheet.
This is the freedom of the press.
This. What press? Show me your press credentials.
What the First Amendment is the freedom of the press, freedom of speech, freedom of
Yep,
religion,
when you're-
and freedom of
when you're
what?
part
The
of
press.
You have to have credentials. Let
For
me
who-
see.
who gives these
Let me
credentials?
see them.
You don't have. There's no such thing.
No such thing.
No such thing as press credentials.
Okay.
That would be a violation of the First Amendment.
So are you? What's your deal?
I'm here to document my experience. I told you, make some video recording
You know
inside the
what
building.
people think when you're around recording everything that you're going to come
I'm
back
exercising
here?
my rights?
No, that you're going to come
That's what
back
they
here and
think.
cause problems.
Yeah. How many people come here and video record crimes that they're going to commit?
I don't know.
That'd be ridiculous, wouldn't it? It's a
We
video
live in-
recorded
we live in
crime.
crazy times now.
You don't know the Fourth
So
Amendment.
I want you to
and
go.
You call that
I
nonsense?
want you to go sign in for me now.
I did sign in.
You did
Where's the
not.
supervisor? I signed in. You know
You
I
did
signed
not.
in. Show me the law that says I have to sign in and give up my Fourth Amendment rights to come in a public building.
Because I told you to.
Where's the law? You don't have a lawful authority to tell me to leave this building. Don't you understand that?
I can tell you to leave this
This is
building.
public
it's a county.
property.
It's a county-owned building.
And who owns the county? Who does the county? Who owns this building? The
You
people.
own the county?
The people own the building.
Who are the people?
The people who sent me down here to come down here and check
What
this
people?
building out.
What people?
And record everything.
What people?
Correct, because that's my constitutional right. First Amendment, freedom of the press, public space.
Why don't you get a
You
job?
guys are going to be educated.
You need to get a real job.
Yeah, say that again. Go ahead, say it again. That's a good thumbnail right there. Need to get a real job. You guys need to get a real job where you, like a police officer, and know the law is what you guys need to do. You guys
You
are
know
enforcing
the law?
feeling.
You know
I
the
know the law better than you do. You don't even know what the Fourth Amendment is. You just literally called the Fourth Amendment mumble bumble garbage. You don't even know what it is. How did you become a police officer? You know it takes 6 months to become a police officer and 2 years to become a barber? You're proving that fact right now. You guys are pignorant. That's a new term today for you guys is pignorant. You guys are being pignorant to the law. Absolutely pignorant. Where is this supervisor?
I don't know, we can go over to the sheriff's office and we'll get him over there. That's a public building. You're welcome over there.
Am I being detained right now?
No, you're not being detained.
All right, if I'm free to go then.
No, well, you're not going in this building.
Why am I not? I'm in this
Because I
building.
said so,
This is our
because you didn't
job.
sign in.
I did sign in. You
You're
guys
in.
put a sign-in sheet.
You're not listening.
You're gonna learn who Erie County is and the Erie County family is. Being ignorant like this used to.
Yeah.
You want to put your hands on a private citizen
I did.
in a public space doing no crime. You have no lawful authority to put your hands on somebody until they break a law. No law is broken here today.
you're breaking
What law did
the
I
law.
break?
Signing in.
What law is it to sign into a public building, give up your Fourth Amendment? What law is that? It doesn't exist. New York just got their public rights laws broken down by the Supreme Court for unconstitutional stuff, and you guys are following up on that, huh? You guys are ridiculous. Please do not impede my traffic. This is illegal detention.
Well, you've
Do you
creeped
understand
somebody
this?
out upstairs because they hit the panic alarm button.
Curse somebody out upstairs.
No, you creeped somebody out upstairs.
This is a First Amendment protected
is?
activity.
What is? Walking
Video
around?
recording in public.
Okay,
Being in
then
public
go
space.
outside because the people in here don't want you to.
You know what? It doesn't matter if they want me to or you want me to. I have a right to be here.
Well, you don't have a right
You guys
to
are
go
gonna make
past
prime time, ignorant cops right here. What's your badge number? You want?
Thought you knew everything.
You want to be a failure to ID too?
I thought you knew everything.
Well, you're a failure at ID. We've asked you for your name and you won't give it
Number
to
on
us.
there. What is that? 21. This isn't illegal detention. You guys are detaining me from traveling
you can
freely
walk
to
that
a
way.
perfectly public office over here.
Yep.
Do you have a reason
Where is
to
the
be
super?
there?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
It's called freedom, baby. That's what America's all about, freedom.
You
I have to
don't have
come
a
down
right-
here due to the Freedom of Information Act, the FOIL.
don't have a
I have
right
the
to be
freedom to
there.
come down here and work on a story of the freedom of the press.
You don't have a right to be down there.
Says who?
You show us the right that you need to be down there.
Excuse me.
Nope.
You keep running into me,
You
sir.
just ran into me.
I'm just trying to travel. You guys are trying to impede my travel.
Well, you're not going past here.
Would you guys put your body cameras on? I want your supervisors to see it firsthand what you guys do. Why do you guys not have your body cameras on? What are these things for? So you can violate people's rights without being on video? I've been video you guys violating my rights the whole time right now.
What right?
You're gonna learn though. You're gonna learn what rights. I love it, dude. You guys are gonna get it.
Is the sheriff over there?
Where is the sheriff and supervisor? To come down here and educate you guys on the First Amendment of the Constitution.
I can't wait.
Look at these guys. This is what we pay for. We pay these guys to violate our rights and not know the law,
The captain.
and they think it's funny that they can just violate the law.
We're over here.
Captain, I need you to come educate your police officers. They're violating my civil rights over here. Look at him. He thinks it's funny, violating people's civil rights. Look at this guy's smile.
This is
You're going to
Tyler.
regret this. You guys are going to learn about the Constitution today.
Eric, we need your assistance here with this guy.
Are you a supervisor?
Sure, what's up?
These guys are violating my First Amendment rights and Fourth Amendment rights. They're impeding my traffic. They're causing illegal detention. They're refusing to put their body cameras on while they're violating my rights. I'm just trying to go to the county clerk's office and record my interactions, which is perfectly legal. You need to explain to them the freedom of the press, First Amendment in public places.
He's supposed to sign in. He wrote it. His name is Dan, Erie County. So I stopped him. He already had.
He put his hands on. Tell him he put his hands on me too illegally.
So what's your business today? Did you get it taken care of?
No, this guy put his hands on me. They won't let me go to the county clerk's office. I just want to go to the county clerk's, file some FOIL request. He thinks he can get ID out of somebody without committing a crime. You can't. That's a Fourth Amendment violation. He literally said to me, he doesn't know what the Fourth Amendment is. He thinks it's nonsense. So this is not funny.
Do you have an appointment or what's?
I have no appointment. I'm coming through here, documenting my experience,
And all he wants
filing some FOIL requests, and I'm done with this illegal detention. You need to educate your deputies here.
So I send you in the right way. Is that something from there?
County clerk's office. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at the county budget, just exercising my constitutional rights to be in public, video record, and these guys are absolutely violating my civil rights
all
right
you
now.
gotta do is go back and sign your
So,
right name and show us
Thank
ID.
you. Thank you for taking care of that. I'm just going to the county clerk's
Hold on.
office.
So, but you got to sign in. That's their rule.
I did sign in.
Okay, but you didn't use your real name.
I did.
Show us your
I'm here under
ID
the freedom
then.
of press
You're Dan.
as
Dan
of Erie County. That's the name of the press.
What's your last name?
You're not getting my last name. You guys don't get my last name. That's a violation
You're
of the
not
Fourth
coming
Amendment.
in.
Is that not a violation of the Fourth Amendment? Are you the captain?
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if they even know Dan from Erie County is coming today.
They don't know I'm coming.
And what would you need at the county clerk's office in Wyoming County if you're from Erie?
I want to file this guy and this lady's. I want to file all their records. I want to file their.
Yeah, you do across next door at the sheriff's office.
Well, I need to see the county budget as well. And am I being detained, sir?
No, but until you sign in, you can't.
Captain, am I being detained? Because these guys are detaining me right now.
You couldn't leave. You can go that way.
I'm going this way to the county clerk's office. This is illegal detention, Captain.
You're welcome to go that way.
It's still illegal detention. The captain, he needs he knows I'm right. He knows these guys are wrong. I don't know what he thinks he's going to go in the clerk's office and ask him if I'm allowed in the public office. Are they out of their mind down here?
Got back over there and I'll have him call you.
Illegal detention. I'm going to need some paperwork for this illegal detention too, so you guys better get ready to do some paperwork.
You're free to leave.
Oh, free to leave, free to stay.
That way.
Free to go, free to stay. That's the way it works, guys. If I'm not being trespassed because I'm not doing anything illegal, you guys cannot impede my traffic.
Well, you didn't sign in.
I did sign in. Do you understand that?
No, you didn't.
I signed in, and you guys are going to know very, very, very well. You, especially you. You are going to know who I am very well by the time this is over, my friend. You too. You ignorant sons of bitches. This is what we pay for, guys. These are the sheriffs down here. They just think they can detain people willy-nilly, ID people on demand, to be inside of a public building.
What are you, one of these sovereign citizen types?
No, I don't have a badge like that. Those are the sovereign citizens. They can violate people's rights and get away with it and have these big stupid smiles on their faces and shit. Yeah, those are the real sovereign. Look at her. She knows that's a sovereign citizen shit. Look at that smile. She can't even hide it. That's real sovereign citizen shit right there. They got the Blue Line Gang Brotherhood going. They're counting on this captain to make a violation of my civil rights, but he knows I'm right. He knows he can't impede me, and he knows he can't ID me to come into a public building without committing a crime. It is not a crime to not put your last name on that paper, especially if I'm down here as a company. First Amendment, freedom of the
Let me
press.
see your business ID.
You want my tax ID number?
I want your company.
What do you think you are, the federal
I
government?
want your company ID.
You don't
When
get
the
that.
press comes
You
in
don't
here-
get that. You don't get
When
that.
the-
You don't
listen
get
to me.
it.
When the press comes in here, they provide press credentials. So when you,
Negative.
if you
Who would give out press credentials? Answer me that. Who gives it out? What office in this
anybody
building?
that's ever come in here from the press provides us with their credentials.
The deputies continued to selectively allow other members of the public to pass freely, while creating a physical barrier to prevent Dan from filing a FOIL request, unless he shows his papers. The most recent request is for his press credentials. When it comes to private events, a business can issue passes for certain members of the media, and even some public spaces require pre-approval for journalists to enter, such as crime scenes or the White House briefing room. Other than that, press credentials are created by the press. It's important to realize that you do not need press credentials to take pictures or cover events in public places, and you do not need government approval to work as a journalist. Eventually, Sheriff Rudolph arrives on scene.
How are you, sir?
You're the sheriff of the county?
I am.
This deputy and that deputy is violating my civil rights. They are also put their hands on me and assaulted me or battered me unlawfully because they do not have a lawful command to tell me to turn my camera off in this public space. You know that as a sheriff. I'm here to document my experience, and these guys are stopping me, causing illegal detention on my rights.
It doesn't look like you're being detained to me.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Sheriff. Looks like I'm being detained out of the locked. I'm locked out of the county clerk's office. This is a county building.
Yeah, you can go that way.
Business hours are over?
You can go that way.
This business hours over?
Where do you want to go?
I want to go to the county clerk's office. File some FOIL. Are you refusing me service, Sheriff?
The door's locked.
The door is locked because they just locked it because of the camera. Straight up. You are violating the First Amendment rights and refusing service down here. That's all I want to know. You say yes?
Why don't we get a hold of the clerk's office and see if they want to see you?
Do the clerks have a choice who they get to see and don't get to see?
So,
When did that law come into
actually,
effect?
they're down there talking to her right now.
I understand, but why is this door locked, Sheriff?
It's locked.
Why?
So
Sheriff, why is this door locked?
if they're gonna,
If they're going to allow public services to public, what is going on here? You guys are violating my rights.
there's no rights being violated.
There's no rights being violated? I can't go to the county clerk's office because of why? Because of the camera?
To get there at some point.
When you educate your officers about my First and Fourth Amendment rights, they think they can get ID out of me to come into a public building. Do you agree with that, Sheriff? Sheriff, do you have to show ID to get into this public building? Do you have to show your driver's license?
You have to write your name down there.
I did write my name down there, who I am. So what is the problem? Do you have to show ID to get into this building? That would be a Fourth Amendment violation, correct, Sheriff?
A Fourth Amendment?
Fourth Amendment, unlawful search and seizure. You cannot demand ID unless you've been suspected of a crime. Reasonable, articulable suspicion, RAS. You know these things. You're a sheriff.
You're going to be going to, if you want to go to the clerk's office, they're trying to address that right now. Just be a little patient. That's all they're
A
asking.
little patient. I'm being detained out of the office right now.
Nobody's detaining you. You're going around.
So, what is your name, sir?
It's Gregory Duff.
Greg, you're the sheriff of the county, but you're not willing to admit that it would be a Fourth Amendment violation for them to ID me to get in this building?
No, I'm not going to admit that.
That's perfectly legal here with you, huh? You're gonna eat those words, Sheriff.
After the sheriff leaves, the clerk to the board comes out of her office to address Dan.
What are the office hours down here?
Our office hours are, can you back up just a little bit? Because I'm going to come out and talk to you.
Yeah, go ahead. You're just free to come out.
Are you going to stand here? Okay. So, my name is Cheryl Ketchum. I'm clerk to the board. And I'm also the county records access officer.
All right.
I understand that you
What are the business hours here?
9 to 5.
Is it past 5 o'clock?
It is not.
Why is this door shut and locked?
I
You
didn't
didn't
do
sign
that.
in yet.
Why is this door locked
You
in?
didn't sign in.
You're gonna refuse me services because I didn't violate my Fourth Amendment right?
Sign in?
That's what I did sign in.
You told me your business, which I got right here, your answer, but you got to sign in.
My answer for
And
what?
she's not going to drop everything to give you all that. That ain't something you give in 2 minutes.
I mean, my
You
budget
submit
should
the
be
FOIA
available.
request by email or mail.
I need to get back, but if you want to do a FOIA request, I'm happy to tell you how to do it.
So you don't condone the officers blocking this door off, or you do right now?
I have
Not in the
nothing to
state
do
of-
You have nothing to do with that?
No. I'm the clerk to the board. I'm the legislative board clerk for the county.
All right, do you understand my constitutional right to be in that office right now? And be able to video record in that office?
But, sir, you have to not be so aggressive about what it is.
Aggressive? These
Yes.
people put their hands on me. I was just simply, was I aggressive?
Look,
Was I aggressive
You're
at
acting like
all?
this, you were.
I'm gonna
This is
sit down
aggressive?
and-
This is aggressive?
It is kind of aggressive.
What are you, thin-skinned or something? This isn't aggressive. This isn't aggressive at all.
No?
This
So go
isn't me
sign in.
yelling.
Sign in. Come on.
Go sign in.
Get your hands off me. What is wrong with you guys?
You're in my space.
I'm in your space?
I'm going to go back.
This is your
Backed up to
public
a door
space?
to an office. That
This is
nobody
your
can get
public
out.
space?
It's everybody's.
Exactly. So I have every right to be down in this office, and you know it. Now let me in.
You were given.
Why are you putting your
were
hands on
given
me?
what you need
You
to
keep
do.
shoving on me.
There you go. FOIA
You're a
request by
captain. What
email
is your
or
badge
mail?
number?
Name right here.
Your name? You don't have a badge number?
WI4.
All right. Is your body camera has been on or is on or what?
Yeah.
I want to get the conversation of you guys talking
I know
down
you'd
there.
have to foil over
I'm
that.
going to get it. Don't you worry. But I want to know that you didn't mute it or what's the word with that? That was on when you were in there talking? Just now?
Muted it over there, yeah.
How convenient. So to get
You
in this.
know, you got your business taken care of. You know how to do it.
No, I
You
haven't
don't
been
do
to
that
the
on
other.
the
I haven't been to the other offices yet.
What's your business? You didn't
My
sign in.
business.
Yet.
I did
Let's go
sign
back
in.
and sign in.
I literally did sign in, guys.
Go back and sign in.
I did sign in.
Let's go back. Dan from Erie County.
When you put your last, a lot of them. When you put your
You guys
last
are
name
gonna trust me. You guys are gonna have no idea how easy it is gonna be to identify me when this story rolls, and they see you guys putting your hands on citizens unconstitutionally, pushing people out of a public building.
Well, when you
I'm in his
uncomfortable
public space, guys. Look at this.
Go down the stairs here.
when you make
You're
people
more than welcome to go down the stairs. I'll get out of your way so you can go down the stairs, sir. Are you removing me from this public building?
Is your business done?
No, you
First
guys
off,
haven't.
shouldn't
You
even
guys
been
haven't
passed
impeded
there
me.
because you didn't sign
I
in.
did sign in.
You did?
Show me the law.
Erie County.
That's their.
Show me the law where it says.
That's
Show me the law where it says I have to fill in my last name and give up my ID to come in this building.
No one asked for ID.
He did ask for ID.
Maybe
when you
Demanded
sign
it.
in.
Demanded it.
when you used a fictitious.
And why?
name.
Sorry.
could've
Why
put-
can't you? He demand ID. You know, just explain to him. He laughed when I said
I'm here
Fourth
because you
Amendment.
didn't sign in. Did you sign
He
in?
said Fourth Amendment, and he laughed at me. Would you please explain to this deputy what the Fourth Amendment is?
Yeah.
Will you do that?
He knows what it is.
Apparently not. He just laughed about it. You're gonna see this video. You're gonna see it. It's gonna get emailed to you. You're gonna get phone calls about it. The phones down here, they're gonna be ringing for days for this ignorance. This is you know what? I just met the sheriff. I just met the sheriff, and you know what they say? Shit rolls downhill, and we can prove it right here, guys. We got a shit captain. We got a shit deputy and a shit sheriff. Trying to ID people, and he thinks it's not a Fourth Amendment violation to ID people without a crime.
No one said crime, but the rule is you sign in.
I did sign in. I abided by your rules. I signed in.
Put a first name.
I put a first name and a company name. And you guys are going to be very well aware of who this is. Look at this guy. He's going to lock the door again because he wants to leave.
I don't even know.
He wants to leave. So he's going to lock people out of the public building again.
You got what you needed.
We're just locking you out.
At this point in the video, 4 of the sheriff's office employees and the clerk have acted in ways that open the municipality to civil liability, but Officer Sage has now just admitted that they are only locking Dan out, singling him out specifically, and his previous comments make it obvious that they are denying him service for filming and for wishing to keep his identity private. Finally, after being denied service for almost a half an hour, Dan writes down his last name and the deputies allow him into the clerk's office.
Baby, that's my last name. You guys got it now.
What's your last name?
Warmus, baby.
What?
Dan Warmus. Out of the way. Pig.
You want to take care of your business?
I'm gonna video record pigs for a while.
There are farms out here.
Hey, no kidding. I got a whole farm in here.
Once inside, he films the clerk's and records office and has a polite conversation with the staff. He then films the county chambers and other areas of the hall and is finally given the county budget to inspect. He then travels to the sheriff's office to request the body cam footage and retrieve complaint forms. As of this point, there has been no update as far as to whether the deputies have faced any repercussions for battering Dan. News 4 has already covered Dan's audits.
You need to leave the area.
I went into it thinking maybe 35% of them might have had a bad ego or might have come across as a jerk. And after doing it, I'd say that number's probably around 75%.
Word has it that they are going to be running another story on Dan and this particular situation in the coming days. Overall, it seems pretty clear that the sheriff's deputies don't understand the basic tenets of freedom, or they just don't care enough to uphold the rights enshrined in the Constitution. Either way, it's a bad look for Sheriff Rudolph during an election year. There's plenty more to this interaction that I did not include. To check out the rest and to see some more of Dan's audits, be sure to head over to Auditing Erie County's channel and let him know I sent you. As always, thanks for watching. If you have a video you'd like to submit for review, use the link in the description or pinned comment. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification for future content. And remember to like, share, and comment down below of what you think of this interaction. It really helps the channel. If you enjoy our content, try our other channels, LackLuster Limited for criminal psychology content and The Odd Side for paranormal videos. Shirts and other merchandise are available at the Teespring store. Memberships start at just $1 if you'd like to help further support the channel and get a slick Lack logo next to your name. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. All links are down below.